It was 1 hour long with no mics and a sound system that randomly turned off. Through the years, it has grown and therefore needed the auditorium to accommodate. The musical theater class has been a part of the theater curriculum for only 4 years, and this is the 3rd year, including the class of Tiger Time to Shine.
Hi everyone, I'm Anthony, and I had the privilege of being a part of our very first musical in 2019. Not only was this opening school year from 2018-2019 at Toho, but it was also my freshman year of high school, and I had managed to land the lead role of Seymour in Little Shop of Horrors. This was my debut role on stage, and I went on to be part of my first ever musical theater class. Have been in every show since then, musical since then, and I've continued performing professionally. And now I would like to proudly present the musical theater class of 2023-2024 performing Little Shop of Horrors.
On the 23rd day of the month of September, in an early year of a decade not too long before our own, the human race suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence. And this terrifying enemy surfaced, as such enemies often do, in the seemingly most innocent and unlikely of places.
Little shop of horrors, little shop of terror for the cop. Little shop of horror, no, oh, oh, no. Little shop of horror, pop, ship up. Little shop of terror, watch 'em drop. Little shop of horror, no, oh, oh, no. Shing-a-ling, what a creepy thing happening. Look out, look out, look out, look out. Shing-a-ling, feel the stormy drain. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Sha-la-la-la, stop it when you want. Don't you move a thing. You better, telling you better. Tell your mama something's gonna get her. She better, everybody better beware. John, I'm warning you. Look out! Look out! Look out! Look out! Run away, hey, Johnny, gonna pay if you pay, yeah, 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 yeah. Look around town, down the street for you. You better, tell him you betcha. Best believe it, something's gonna get ya. You better watch your back and your tail, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, little shop of horror, little shop. You never stop the terror, little shop of horror, no, oh, oh, no, oh, oh, no, oh, oh, no.
All right, hello. My name is Aldo Solis. I'll be doing the poetry part for tonight. The title of my poem is Drifter. It's not a lot, but it's something, based off of some personal experiences of mine. So, anyways, without any further ado, here is my poem. Drifter in the wind, always looking for new grounds to start. Often invited into homes by kind strangers and eager to settle right in, but they're only guests, not residents. So eventually, the drifter must leave. Or made to say, I can't stay for long, although they long for a place to stay. No one or home to call their own, just a drifter in the way. I may live in a cozy apartment, but in my feelings, I am a drifter. Always looking for new people with who to start anew, always wondering who will save me from a lonesome doom. I've clung on to so many hearts that my own starts to ache. I can only drift for so long before it starts to break. And break it did, until I had had enough. So no longer do I drift. I have built a foundation of self-love and trust. On top, I make my own place to stay. No longer squatting, I'll have it my way. Because while it's nice to visit from time to time, no one but you can be responsible for your life. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, I am Sienna Torres, and I will be performing All For You from the musical Seussical. And I proudly represent, for the last time, Troop 874-8. I had a little trouble because I grew a little tail. Well, it wasn't really little, it was absolutely giant, and it really was attractive, but you never even noticed, so I felt a little silly even trying. Besides, the tail was too heavy for normal flying. Well, when the hunter caught you, I could see that I'd been foolish, because I couldn't even help you. No, I couldn't even fly. I got so very frightened, because I knew I had to save you. No one else was gonna go through all the labor. It was all up to me. All you had was your next door neighbor. So I ran to the doctor named Dake, and I said, my tail has been a mistake. And I said, Dr. Dake, I've been foolish in vain. Pluck it out, get it off. I won't do it again. Ouch, it hurt a lot. Ooh, a tender spot. Just a one feather tail, but suddenly Gertrude could sail. I sailed on a junk, it was practically sunk for you. I trampled through the trees full of furious bees for you. I slogged through the fog in a choking smog, down a soggy slope, through a stinking bog, while my slip was gripped by a vicious dog. For you, I galloped through the snow in 11 below. For you, yes, even though I knew I was catching the flu. For you, achoo! Then I came from the hole where I caught my soul, and I rolled downhill out of all control till I broke my fall on a jagged shoal. For you, all for you, all for you. There's nothing that I wouldn't, and I couldn't, and I hadn't gone through. I sprained my little toe, but I hobbled like so for you. Then came the hit and run, but I staggered on one for you. Now here I am, the worse for wear, and here you are, I'm here, you're there. And maybe now you'll know I care for you. Oh, and Horton, one more thing. It took me 7 weeks, but I found your clover too. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anaya King,
And Kailani Carrasco.
and we graduated in 2023. I was cast as Belle.
I was cast as Cogsworth in the Rose cast.
Having a double cast for a musical was challenging, but we love giving more students the opportunity to shine on stage.
While Beauty and the Beast was just a short while ago, we are excited to watch this year's students reimagine this piece and put their own spin on the characters.
So without further ado, we proudly present Musical Theater One's performing Be Our Guest.
Ma chère mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. Now we invite you to relax, pull up a chair, as the dining room proudly presents your dinner. Be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Sherry, and we'll provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, why we only live to serve. Try the great stuff. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all, miss, this is France, and the dinner here is never second best. Go on and fold your menu. You take a glance and then you be our guest. We our guest. Be our guest. Beef ragout, cheese soufflé, pie and pudding on flambe. We're prepared to serve the flair of culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared, but the banquet's all prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining. I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks, and it's all in perfect taste that you can bear. Go on and lift your glass, you on your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Be our guest, be our guest. Put our words on your chest. Let us say for your entree, we've been array. Ladies suggest. Try the bread, try the soup. When the crew's on soup-de-loop.
It's a treat for any diner. Don't believe me, ask the china.
Singing pork, dancing veal. What an entertaining meal. How can anyone be gloomy or depressed? We'll make you shout, encore! Then send us out for more. So be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. She's our guest. She's our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Life is so unnerving for a servant who is not serving. They're not whole without the soul to wait upon. Ah, those good old days when we were useful. Suddenly, those good old days are gone. 10 years we've been rusting, needing so much more than dusting. needing exercise, a chance to use our skills. Most days we just lay around the castle. Flabby, fat, and lazy, you walked in and oopsie daisy. Be our guest,
Be our guest.
Your
Command is your request. It's been years since we've had anybody here,
and we're obsessed with your meal, with your meals. Yes, indeed, we aim to please. While the candlelight's still glowing, let us help you. We'll keep going. Course by course, one by one, till you shout enough on that, and we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. Go on and prop your feet up, but for now let's see to be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest.
Hello, I'm Jaden Bass.
And I'm Yadiel Gonzalez.
And today we will be performing Agony from Into the Woods with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim.
This piece is asterisks for violence, so if that makes anybody in the room uncomfortable, please take the time to exit now. Thank you.
And we proudly represent,
For the last time,
Troop 8,
7,
4,
8.
Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
On the tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Lithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors. Agony, oh the torture they teach. What's as intriguing,
or half so fatiguing
as what's out of reach?
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
That girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair, and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony, although it's different for each.
Always 10 steps behind,
always 10 feet below,
and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Roniellis Ortiz.
And I'm Allison Martinez.
And we are both seniors here at the Tohoku High School.
We are so honored for Come On and Dance to be the first show we've directed.
We are so proud of all these talented students and the compliments and recognition we've got for one act for a crowd favorite.
This is an amazing cast, and we could not have done it with any other cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And without further ado, come on and dance.
Hello, hello. All right, there we go. Hi, my name is Andrew Rosario. Today we'll be performing a piece from Puffs called A Very White Room by Matt Cox. Asterisk for Frank talks of death. If that may offend you, may leave the room now. Thank you. And we proudly represent, for the last time, Troop 874.
8. Ah! What? Where am I?
You're not Harry. I like to say, Wayne?
Headmaster? But you're... Am I?
I'm afraid that may be the case.
Oh. Where are we?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure. That's more of a thing for Harry.
Of course it is. Headmaster, this seems really unfair. I just watched my friends die. And now me? What was the point? I won't be remembered for anything. I'm just some unnamed dead kid in a school battle. Potter's battle. He gets to be the hero. He gets to be everything I've ever wanted. So why do I have to be so unimportant?
Oh, Wayne, it's very easy to feel like you're only a secondary character in someone else's grand story. That does not mean, however, there isn't a story that's all about you. We're all important, Wayne, and we're all unimportant. We're all heroes, some way, somehow. And as for your story, I thought it was pretty cool.
So there's not some big surprise that I'll wake up right where I died?
I'm afraid not.
But I'm finally good at magic.
Oh, Wayne, there's only one magic you'll ever really need. One magic that'll let you live on. It's the greatest magic there is. Love. And on that note, I really hate to do this, but I'm kind of expecting someone, so could you just...
Yeah. All right. Headmaster, just one more thing. Did I really spend 7 years at wizard school to find out that you believe that love is the greatest magic there is?
Yes. See for yourself.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Lashbrook, and I just wanted to announce your next senior solo performing. A student who had a really big impact on me, and I think is really missing me right now this year in his senior year. I want to just congratulate Jaden Bass and all the seniors for the hard work that they are putting in. And next up, Jaden Bass is going to be performing a solo musical piece. Enjoy.
Really? I'm guessing you don't have much experience with heat.
Nope. Sometimes I like to close my eyes and imagine what summer will be like when it does come. Bees will buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. A drink in my hand, my snow up against the burning sand, probably getting gorgeously tanned in summer. I'll finally see a summer breeze blow away a winter storm,
and find out what happens to solid water when it gets warm. And I can't wait to see what my buddies all think of me. Just imagine how much cooler I'll be in summer. But I do. The hot and the cold are both so intense. Put them together, it just makes sense. Winter, good time to stay in and cuddle, but put me in summer and I'll be a happy snowman. When life gets rough, I like to hold on to my dreams of relaxing in the summer sun, just letting off steam. Oh, the sky will be blue, and you guys will be there too. When I finally do what frozen things do in summer.
I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
In summer.
Hello, everyone. My name is Koi, and I graduated in the year 2022. Leap of Faith Dance Company was created in fall 2021 to provide a safe space for students of all dance levels to learn techniques, gain experience, and perform without the stress of auditions. Through the years, different captains have led Leap of Faith forward. While this year they have not had the chance to perform yet, they have grown and prepared for this day. Brianne Fleming is the current captain this year. She has had a busy year directing Puffs early on in this stage semester, and yet still has time to make everyone know the new choreography. She was comfortable on stage, though. Without further ado, I proudly represent Leap of Faith Dance Company performing Carnaval de Beado, the musical In the Heights.
I'm seeing on the street. I never thought I'd see the day since when are Latin people scared of heat? When I was a little girl growing up in the hills of Vega Alta, my favorite time of year was Christmas time. Ask me why. Why? There wasn't an ounce of snow, but oh, the coquito would flow. As we sang the aguinaldo, the carnaval would begin to grow. Business is closed, and we're about to go. Let's have a carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval. Carnaval del barrio. Barrio. Carnaval. Carnaval del barrio. Barrio. We don't need electricidad. Get off your butt, avanza. Saca la maraca, bring your tambourine. Come and join the parranda. Hey! Carnaval del barrio. Carnaval del barrio. As you go, we are improvisando. You can sing anything. Wait, what? Carla, whatever comes into your head, just so long as you sing.
Oh, my mom is Dominican, Cuban. My dad is from Chile and PR, which means I'm Chile, Dominican, Rican. But I always say I'm from Queens.
Hey, Carnaval. Favor, Vanessa, don't pretend that Usnavi's your friend.
We don't know that he love you.
Wow.
Now that you mention that sexual tension, it's easy to see. Yo, this is bogus.
Haven't you noticed?
You get all your coffee for free.
Yo, 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 now, everyone gather round, sit down, listen, I got an announcement, wow, there's nothing here holding me down, the word is out, tell the whole town I'm bouncing, attention, I'm closing shop, Sonny grab everybody a soda pop, twist off the bottle, kiss it up to God, I miss abuela Claudia, it's time to fly though, Daniela Carla, pack up the carro, I'm booking a flight for DR tomorrow. Oh my God.
Wait a minute, Usnavi's leaving us for the Dominican Republic? And Benny went and stole the girl that I'm in love with? She was my babysitter first. Listen up, is this what y'all want? We closed the bodega, the neighborhood is gone. They selling the dispatch and they closing the salon, and they'll never turn the lights back on, cause we are powerless, we are powerless. And y'all keep dancing and singing and celebrating, and it's getting late in this place to disintegrate. We are powerless, we are powerless.
Alright, we're powerless, so light up a candle. There's nothing going on here that we can't handle. Maybe you're right, Sonny. Calling the coroners. Maybe we're powerless, a corner full of foreigners. Maybe this neighborhood's changing forever. Maybe tonight is our last night together. However, how do you want to face it? Do you want to waste it when the end is so close you can taste it? Y'all could cry with your head in the sand. I'ma fly this flag that I got in my hand. Arriba esa bandera, alzala donde quiera. Can we raise our voice tonight? Can we make a little noise tonight? Esa bonita bandera contiene mi alma entera. In fact, can we sing so loud and raucous they can hear us across the bridge in East Caucus? Arriba esa bandera, alzala donde quiera. From Puerto Rico to Santo Domingo, wherever we go, we rap our people and a beat go. Esa bonita bandera contiene mi alma entera. Vanessa, forget about what could have been. Dance with me one last night in the hood again. Wepa!
Hi, my name is Allison Martinez.
And I'm Jared Quiroz.
Today we'll be forming a song named Fine from the musical Ordinary Days, composed by Adam Guan. This piece is asterisk for substance abuse and language. If you feel these themes may make you uncomfortable, you can leave the room now. And we proudly, thank you, if you left the room. And we proudly represent, for the last time, Troop 874. 8.
It started with the wine.
The wine.
The wine. We were shopping for a bottle to bring to her cousin's soiree.
My cousin's a sous chef, she's very gourmet.
I grabbed my favorite Cabernet.
He's got no clue, and so I say, darling, the wine.
The wine?
The wine! They're serving monkfish, so darling, the wine can't be red. How about this Austrian Riesling instead?
Honey, you know I don't like the Riesling. When have you ever seen me drink Riesling?
Never, but can't you listen this once? Red wine and fish, you'll look like a dunce.
Fine, I'll bring the red, you bring the white. That way I'll still get drunk, you'd still be right.
Fine. And then there was the cab.
The cab.
The cab! We're stuck in traffic in the middle of Broadway. 10 minutes we wait.
We're 12 blocks away and we're already late.
I point that there'd be no delay if we would just turn that way.
Honey, the cab.
The cab.
The cab was pointed squarely down Broadway. I know you're concerned, but your cousin's on Broadway, so why have we turned?
Darling, I know my cousin's on Broadway, but there was lots of traffic on Broadway.
Surely, but now in my own defense, we're farther away, which doesn't make sense.
Fine, driver, please stop here if you would. I think walking will do us both some good.
Fine.
Fine.
We don't say anything as we're walking down Broadway. It's like I'm walking next to a stranger. I've had that feeling more and more, like I don't even know. But right now it's cold and we're still in a hurry.
I'm not gonna stop and I'm not gonna worry.
We'll be fine. And then it starts to rain.
My hair starts to drip, my shoes are a mess, my bag's getting wet, and so is my dress.
I love the rain, how everything
The
shimmers.
wind's picking up, we've got no umbrella.
Dots her hair like morning dew. Suddenly I start to think of the day that I first met her. A bucket of snow had landed in her hair. I picture her shake the snowflake off her shoulders, and somehow I want to get us back to there. I want her to know that I can't bear to spend a single day without her, but how can she know? How can she know?
Oh, my shoe! Damn it, this is really fantastic. No, really absurd. And what, you just stand there and don't say a word? Fine, I'm gonna go. We're late for my cousin. God help us all who's late for my cousin. You can stay put here out in the rain, but don't leave it up for me to explain. Give me the wine, don't take all day. Fine, then bring it yourself. Your Cabernet, Jesus!
Shut up, Claire, and marry me.
Fine. What?
Hi, my name is Kayla.
Hi, my name is Sam.
And we graduated in 2021. The year 2020 to 2021 was the first year that Toho Pikalaiga had a musical theater class.
With just a single musical theater class, Miss Phillips did her best to teach singing and acting and dancing to our class of 30.
We had planned to join the thespian competition with a song from the musical Grease, but were informed that due to copyright, our fully rehearsed and choreographed number could not be submitted.
So we turned to High School Musical and chose Status Quo. We learned and choreographed for 1 week, but when film day came, half of our group was quarantined.
Most of us filmed from home, and we turned in a digital performance, which in turn landed us an excellent at districts.
I am so excited to see the current musical theater students reimagine our performance.
So, without further ado, we proudly represent
Musical Theater 2 performing Stick to the Status Quo from High School Musical.
one simple rule, don't mess with the flow. Oh no, stick to the status quo.
Look at me and what do you see? Intelligence beyond compare. But inside I'm stirring, something strange is occurring. It's a secret I need to share.
Open up, dig way down deep.
Hip hop is my passion! I love to pop and lock and jam and break!
Not another beat.
It's just dancing. Sometimes I think it's cooler than homework.
No, 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 no. Stick to the stuff you know. It is better by far to keep things as they are. Don't mess with the flow, oh no. Stick to the status quo.
Listen, well, I'm ready to tell about a need that I cannot deny. Dude, there's no explanation for this awesome sensation, but I'm ready to let it fly.
Speak your mind and you'll be heard.
Alright, if Troy wants to be a singer, then I'm coming clean. I play the cello.
Awesome, what is it? A saw?
No, dude, it's like a giant violin.
Not another word.
Do you have to wear a costume?
Coat and tie.
No, 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 no. Stick to the stuff you know. If you wanna be cool, follow one simple rule. Don't mess with the flow, oh no. Stick to the status quo. No, no, no. Stick to the stuff you know. It is better by far to keep things as they are. Don't mess with the flow, oh no. Stick to the status quo.
This is not what I want. This is not what I planned. And I just gotta say, I do not understand. Something is really,
something's not right.
Really wrong. And we gotta get things back where they belong. We can do it.
Gotta play.
We can do it!
Hip hooray!
She has got to go.
We can do it!
Keep your voice down low. Not another peep.
No!
Not another word.
No!
Not another sound.
No! Everybody quiet!
Why is everybody staring at you? Because of the callbacks? I can't have people staring at me. I really can't.
No, 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 no. Stick to the stuff you know. If you wanna be cool, follow one simple rule. Don't mess with the flow, oh no. Stick to the status quo. No, no, no. Stick to the stuff you know. It is better by far to keep things as they are. Don't mess with the flow, oh no. Stick to the status, stick to the status, stick to the status quo.
Isn't that your job? Let's try this again. Hi. Hi, my name is Aleida Perez, and I'll be performing a solo musical entitled Your Daddy's Son from the musical Ragtime. This piece is asterisked for frank talk of death and religious commentary, and I will be representing, for the last time, Troop 8748. Daddy played piano, played it very well. Music from his hand could catch you like a spell. He could make you love him before the tune was done. You have your daddy's hands. You are your daddy's son. Ooh, ooh. Daddy never knew that you were on your way. He had other ladies and other tunes to play. When he up and left me, I just stopped and run. Only thing in my head, you were your daddy's son. Couldn't hear no music, couldn't see no light. Mama, she was frightened, crazy from the fright. Tears without no comfort, screams without no sound. Only darkness and pain, the anger and pain, the blood and the pain. I buried my heart in the ground, in the ground. When I buried you in the ground. Daddy played piano, bet he's playing still. Mama can't forget him, don't suppose I will. God wants no excuses, I have only one. You have your daddy's hand. Forgive me, you are your daddy's son.
Hello, my name is Isabella Valley.
Allison Martinez.
Aiden Hall.
Giselle Castillo.
And today we are performing a small group musical entitled Your Fault from the musical Into the Woods. Books and lyrics written by Stephen Sondheim.
This piece is asterisked for violence and frank talk of death.
If any of these topics may make you feel uncomfortable, please take the time to exit the room now.
Since we
Thank
got
you.
I'm so sorry. Since we got a superior at districts, we are taking this piece to states.
And we proudly represent, for the last time, Troop 874.
Eight. Now it's time to get the boys of the giant for all so much dead meat.
Keep away from him!
No! This is no time to be soft-hearted. He is going to the giants and I'm taking him.
Yes, you're the one to blame. It's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
But it isn't my fault. I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans, there'd have been no star to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, magic beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told. Were they worthless beans? Were they oversold? Oh, and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold?
So it's your fault.
No.
So it's your fault.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's true.
Wait a minute, but I only sold the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes. No, it isn't. I'd have kept those beans, but our house was cursed. She made us get the cow to get the curse reversed.
It's your father's fault that the curse got placed in the place got cursed in the first place.
Oh, then it's his fault. It was his fault.
No.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, but I chopped in the beanstalk, right? That's clear, but without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place?
Yes.
How?
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean?
You pocketed the other bean?
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So it's yours.
No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's her.
No, it isn't.
Then whose is it?
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoe, so the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
You mean that old bean that your wife holds here, but I never knew it, so I threw a don't look here.
So it's your fault.
See, it's her fault, and it isn't mine at all.
Well, if you hadn't gone back up again.
We were needy.
You were greedy. Did you need that hen?
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then. Yes, and what about the harp in the third place?
The harp, yes.
She went and dared me to.
I dared you to?
You did, but she said that I was scared too. She did. So it's your fault.
Wait a minute. You hadn't dared
Well, if
to
you
go
would have
over
let
the
the
way
harp
the
alone,
bean in
wouldn't
the
be in
first
trouble in the
place.
first
It was
place.
your fault.
That she hadn't raised them in the first place.
The beans in the first place.
It's your fault. You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ariana Gonzalez, and I'll be performing two contrasting monologues. The first monologue is Monster, written by Don Zolidis, and the second monologue is Bad Ideas from Bad Television Shows, also written by Don Zolidis. This piece is asterisked for adult language, violence, intolerance, and mentions of suicide. If any of these topics make you uncomfortable, please feel free to leave the room now. Thank you, and I proudly represent Troop 874, Eight. You're making jokes now? I'm ridiculous to you, I suppose. Just a stupid girl to be ushered out of the room and down the stairs. If you could euthanize me in an alley, you would, wouldn't you? But there is no need for that. I won't speak of the child. I won't embarrass you. My life won't embarrass you further. I have half a mind to slit my throat, but it wouldn't matter to you, not in the slightest. Does the serpent regret when it poisons a mouse? No. I'd be one less nuisance to you, a momentary diversion and then nothing. No impression, no impact, no delicate tangling of souls. And you think you're a fucking poet? Prattling on about beauty and high-minded nonsense, worrying your miserable little life about meter and rhyme as if that had some purchase in the world. As if it mattered. As if your words matter. Nothing you write matters, George. None of it. No immortality on your part, no fucking poems. I'm telling you that you have made a life. The best damn thing that you've ever made or will ever make, and you couldn't care in the slightest. So, on my way here, I'm waiting for the bus, right? And this guy drives by and he honks at me, and he's like, "Hey, you got a nice figure." Except
he didn't say figure. I'm not gonna repeat what he said, because I'm like a lady, right? So I'm like, hey, why don't you drive off a cliff, you scum-sucking piece of trash? You know, real ladylike, right? I don't use bad language because I'm demure. I got standards. So he stops. He puts his car in reverse. He starts backing up middle of traffic, and I'm like, hey, moron, this ain't making you more attractive. He's all like, hey, what's your problem? You don't like people? I don't like you. You don't even know me. You know what your problem is? I don't need you to tell me what my problem is. Ooh, you got a closed heart. You're not open to love. Ooh, go home and die. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So he stops. He puts his car. He stops. He puts his car in park. He gets out of it. He starts walking across 3 lanes of traffic. I don't even know you, and I'm gonna risk my life to get your number. I'm not giving you my number. Give me your number. No! So he's like walking across traffic, right? Bam! A semi-truck hits him. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. This is Mrs. Berga, and I have had the privilege of teaching. Greetings, everyone. This is Mrs. Berga, and I have had the privilege of teaching the vocals for musical theater this semester, and also being able to work with so many of these seniors for at least the last semester, and in some cases for the last 4 years. I am really sorry that I'm not there tonight, but I have the opportunity to just tell everyone how amazing these students that you're about to perform tonight really and truly are. I have seen so much personal growth from these young men and women, especially if I've known them since they were freshmen. I have just seen them become the young men and women that are really going to make such a positive impact on our society in the future. I have seen individuals really work through hardship and turmoil and even disagreements with one another, and people who you will be seeing holding hands and giving hugs and giving encouragement to each other during this performance have gone through so much. Some have had tears, some have had disagreements, some just have had straight up fights. And to see young people being able to look in the mirror and figure out where growth can happen individually and personally, instead of holding on to pride and holding on to just what they think is right and challenging themselves to be better, just gives me so much hope for their future lives, and they're just going to be a blessing to everyone that they work with, whether it's musically or personally or professionally. I'm just very excited for their futures, and I'm very excited for you all to experience this next performance that they are going to do amazing at. They actually learn most of it on their own because they are that talented, and I am just so proud of them. So without further ado, here is For Good by the musical Wicked.
Said that people come into our lives for a reason. bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return.
Well, I don't know if I believe that's true,
but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Because I knew you,
I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
but then I guess we know there's blame to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a stream of beans, like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew you.
Because I knew you.
Because I knew you. I have been changed. For I love you.
Hello, my name is Janaisha and I graduated in 2021. In 2020, I was cast as Ursula for our second musical, The Little Mermaid. Unfortunately, COVID hit us 2 weeks before opening night, and sadly, I was never able to take the stage as a sea witch. Now, 4 years later, Ursula is finally appearing on the Toho stage, and my younger sister, Ariana, is going to perform as one of the dancers. I'm proud to present the musical theater dancers in Poor Unfortunate Souls from The Little Mermaid, featuring Allison Martinez as Ariel and Onielise Ortiz as Ursula.
Now, tell dear auntie everything.
I'm in love with someone, a human.
Yes, the prince. Well, the answer is simple. You've got to become human yourself.
Can you help me?
Help you? My dear, sweet child. It's what I live for, to help unfortunate merfolk like yourself. Poor souls with no one else to turn to. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they knew a witch. Then mended all my ways, repented, seen the light and made a switch. True, yes. And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. In here lately, please don't laugh. I use it on behalf of the miserable, the lonely, and depressed. Pathetic, unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, I do. Those poor unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying spells, Ursula, please, and do I help them? Yes, I do. Now it's happened once or twice, someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to rake 'em across the coals. Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint. To those poor, unfortunate souls. Here's my best offer, babykins. I've got a spell that will turn you to a human for 3 days. Now it's got a procedural clause that's sort of squid pro quo. Before the sun sets on the 3rd day, you've got to get dear old Prince to kiss you. If you do, you'll stay human forever.
And if I don't?
Nothing drastic, darling, I'm sure. Oh, look, small print. Your soul is mine forever, and you do need to spend eternity in my watery, hell-soaked lair. Lawyers, don't you just love them? Of course, there is one more small thing, my fee.
But I don't have anything.
I'm not asking for much, only your voice.
My voice?
I have the perfect place for it.
Your magic shell.
Yeah, you've heard of it?
Father says it's the source of all your evil.
Nonsense, darling.
He says you die without it.
Die? Oh, please. It's all babble. A vessel for your voice. Don't worry. Your vibrato, your legato, even your belt. They're safe and sound in here.
But if I give away my voice, how can I ever?
You have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the power of body language. Ha! The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Yes, on land it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word. And after all, dear, what is idle prattle for? Come on! They're not all that impressed with conversation. True gentlemen avoid it when they can. Yet they don't and swoon and fawn on a lady who's withdrawn. It's she who holds her tongue who gets her man. Come on, you poor unfortunate soul. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy woman and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much, just your voice. You poor unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. If you want to cross the bridge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath. Go ahead and sign the scroll. Flotsam, jetsam, now I've got it, boys. The boss is on a roll. You poor unfortunate se fruga come winds of the Caspian Sea. Larynx, glossitis, admax laryngitis, la voz era mi. Now sing your voice over to me.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brianne Fleming, and I will be performing a solo piece titled Woman from the Pirate Queen, and I proudly represent, for the last time, Troop 8748. Woman, I'm born. What does a woman mean? Must my dreams face scorn, held back and unseen? If I long for fire, must it stay unreal? Can I not desire? Am I not to feel? If I ache to taste, am I not to try? If my heart says sail, why should I deny? I have my dreams, I have made plans, I see horizons wide as man. Must I be nothing till I'm some man's wife? Look at this face, does it deceive? Do I look made to milk and to weave? I will be damned to hell if that is my life. I'm almost your age. I'm your match in size. I'm as skilled with swords and equal in most eyes. But when you have a dream and you're caught in its grip, you can climb aboard a ship, you can, for you're a man. You can reach toward that place where the earth meets the sky. Fight a battle, be brave, be true. If you can do it, why not I wanna fly, sail unrestrained. Why is men free and woman chained? Is that my epitaph? Before I die, I should be free, free to be graced, so I can feel the wind on my face. And when life beckons, I should go, face out the storm, not stay below. Am I to be just a woman? No, not I.
Hi, my name is Jordan Robinson.
Hello, my name is Naija Greenaway.
We will be performing Tango Marine from the musical Rent, and we took this piece to districts, and we will be taking it to states. Oh, not states, I'm so sorry.
And we got an excellent. And we proudly represent Troop 8.
7, 4, 8.
Mark?
Hi.
I told her not to call you.
That's Marine, but can I help since I'm here?
I've hired an engineer.
Great, so nice to have met you.
Wait! She's 3 hours late. The samples won't delay, but the cable.
There's another way. say something. Anything.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Anything but that.
This is weird.
It's weird.
Very weird.
Fucking weird.
I'm so mad that I don't know what to do. Fighting with microphones, freezing down to my bones, and to top it all off, I'm with you.
Feel like going insane, got a fire in your brain, and you're thinking of drinking gasoline.
As a matter of fact,
honey, I know this act. It's called the Tango Maureen. The Tango Maureen. It's a dark, dizzy merry-go-round as she keeps you dangling.
You're wrong.
Your heart she is mangling.
It's different with me.
And you toss and you turn 'cause her cold eyes can burn. Yeah, you yearn and you churn and rebound.
I think I know what you mean.
The Tango Maureen. Has she ever pouted her lips and called you Pookie?
Never.
Have you ever doubted a kiss or two?
This is spooky. Did you swoon when she walked through the door?
Every time, so be cautious.
Did she moon over other boys?
More than moon.
I'm getting nauseous.
Where'd you learn to tango?
With the French ambassador's daughter in our dorm room, Mrs. Porter's. And you?
With Nanette Himmelfarb, the rabbi's daughter at the Scarsdale Jewish Community Center. It's hard to do this backwards.
You should try it in a heel. She cheated.
She cheated.
Maureen cheated.
Fucking cheated.
I'm defeated. I should give up right now.
Gotta look on the bright side with all of your might.
I fall for her still anyhow.
When you're dancing her dance, you don't stand a chance. Her grip of romance makes you fall. So you think, might as well
dance a tango to hell.
At least I'll have tangoed at all. The Tango Maureen. Gotta dance till your diva is through. You pretend to believe her, 'cause in the end you can't leave her. But in the end it will come, so you have to play dumb till you're glum and your glum and turn blue. Why do we love when she's mean?
And she can be so obscene.
Hey, try the mic.
My Maureen.
Wow, you know what? I feel great now.
I feel lousy.
Oh. Cool.
Hey, honey, Pookie. You never called me Pookie before. It's fine. It's patent.
The Tango Maureen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kathleen Cadet, and I graduated during 2020 at the height of COVID. When I was in high school all those years ago, musical theater was my passion. Throughout my time in this program, there was always a certain someone who'd always listen in on my practices, who would peep in on my dance rehearsals. At the time, she was only a middle schooler who has never shown any interest in the arts before, but little did I know she was slowly growing a knack for the program I fell in love with. Throughout the lockdown and all these long school years, I watched as she blossomed and grew in this program. From the car karaokes to now on the same stage I graced as a teen, It is a full circle moment I never knew I'd looked forward to. So, without further ado, here is my sister, Lorianne Cadet, performing Waiting for Life from the musical Once on This Island.
A stranger in white in a car going somewhere, going far. How it must feel to go racing wherever you please, flying as free as a bird with its tail in the breeze. Even the fish in the sea must be longing to fly, catching a glimpse of a stranger in white racing by. A stranger racing down the beach, racing to places I was meant to reach. My stranger, one day you'll arrive. Your car will stop and in I'll hop and off we'll drive. We'll drive. Oh gods, please be there. Don't you remember your little T-moon from the tree? Wake up, look down, hear my prayer. Don't single me out and then forget me. Oh gods, let me fly. Send me to places where no one before me has been. You spared my life, show me why. You get me to rise like a fish to the bait, then tell me to wait. Well, I'm waiting for life to begin, waiting for life to begin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jerianis Tapia LeBron. I'm the proud president of our troupe and choreographer behind this piece. Growing up as a dancer, I was taught the moves and formations in a dance, but I was always curious if I had it to be a teacher. Coming into my senior year, I knew I wanted to give it a shot, just to see how it would go. I'm very fortunate to have all these dancers put my childhood daydream to life. And together at the District 11 Thespian Festival, we earned a superior rating. I hope you enjoy the dance just as much as I had creating it. And for the last time, I represent Troop 8748.
And now, live from the certified up-to-go Baltimore Eventorium, for the first time ever on nationwide television, it's the Corny Collins Spectacular!
He's corny!
Brought to you by Ultra Clutch Hairspray! What gives a girl power and punch? Is it charm? Is it poise? No, it's hairspray. What gets a gal asked out to lunch. Is it brains? Is it dough? No, it's hairspray. If you take a ride with no can in your side, then your flip will be gone with the wind. But if you spray it and lock it, you can take off in a rocket, and in outer space, each hair will be in place. Why take a chance when you get up and dance? If you twist, I insist you use hairspray. And tell your mother her head she should smother with ultra clutch faithfully. So if you're a redhead, a blonde, a brunette, just take my advice and you might just get the only thing better than hairspray. That's me. Forget the milkman, the only thing better than hairspray. That's me. What makes a man reach out and touch ultra clutch? So if you're a redhead, a blonde, a brunette, just take my advice and you might just get the only thing better than hairspray. That's me. Oh, the only thing better than hairspray. That's me. Hey, baby, you look like you could use a stiff one.
I love Hairspray. It's so great. Hi, my name is Isabella Valley, and thank you. As you might have seen, I received a Best of Show for Playwright at district level, which means it will be going to states to be evaluated. Unfortunately, also, there's a little synopsis in your playbill if anyone wants to read it. Yeah, with a big old picture of my face on it. Unfortunately, Ms. Phillips said that I cannot reenact my 30-minute play for you guys. I know. It's really tragic. I would have loved to just talk to myself for 30 minutes, but... So instead, I'm going to be performing monologues for 3 minutes. Woo! 2 contrasting monologues that also received a superior at district level. So without further ado, I'll be performing 2 contrasting monologues. The first from a 5-act romantic comedy by William Shakespeare entitled Much Ado About Nothing, and the second from a 2-act comedy contemporary musical by John O'Farrell and Carrie Kirkpatrick entitled Something Rotten. These 2 pieces have asterisks for the following: acts of violence, implication of suicide, adult language, sexual situations, religious commentary, prejudice or intolerance. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Frank talk of death. No, did I say that? Yes, I did. And sexual situations. I'm not sure if I added that. Anyway, if any of these make you uncomfortable, or if your children do not know where babies come from, please step out of the room now. No? You guys are brave. Don't say I didn't warn you. And I will be proudly representing Troop 874. 8. Kill Claudio. You kill me to deny it! No. Farewell. I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go. In faith, I will go. You dare easier be my friend than fight with my enemy. Is Claudio not approved in the height, a villain that has slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man. What? Bear hands with her until they come to take hands, and then, with uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor, oh God, that I were man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace. Talk with a man out at window, a proper saying. Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone. Princes and counties, surely a princely testimony, a goodly count. Count confect, a sweet gallant, surely. That I were a man for his sake, or that I had any friend who would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, valor into compliment, and all men are turned into tongues, and trim ones too. He's now as valiant as Hercules, who tells a lie and swears by it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die, a woman with grieving. Brethren, I say unto thee, the theaters are a scourge upon our land, where men dress as women and kiss other men. Oh, I have seen it myself, and it did stiffen my resolve, for such sinful role play is a gateway to lustful desires and fantasies of the flesh. Let not thy sacred soul be poisoned by the playwrights and poets whose dark invention diverts simple minds from the one true book. As if theater wasn't heinous enough, they have now added music, which leads to dancing, which stirs loins and promotes lustful desires. Oh, which is why we must have the theaters pulled down. We cannot abide to such ungodly erections. As a magistrate, I have much influence with the master of justice, so you listen to this bottom. You continue promoting this filth and debauchery, I will see you tied to a post, begging for mercy, as I give you the rod. Good day, sir. Thank you.
Baby, she meant iron, like milk. Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm so sorry. No. Hands behind her back.
Allison Martinez. Brianne Fleming.
Jordan Robinson.
Yadiel Gonzalez.
Ian Fuentes.
Andrew Rosario.
Gabriel LeBron.
Aleida Perez. Ariana Gonzalez.
This piece is asterisk for violence, prejudice, and intolerance. Talks of religion. If any of these make you uncomfortable, please exit now. Thank you. We did perform this piece at districts and we did receive a superior, so we will be going to states. And we proudly represent
For the last time.
Troop 8, 7, 4. Eight. ¿Qué pasó?
Blackout, blackout.
Oye, ¿qué pasó?
Blackout, blackout.
Hey, hold up,
You know I can't see. Put your hands on the woman and you gotta black out. This is a black out. Give her and you go get killed.
What's going on? What's going on?
Everyone relax, please.
What's going on? What's going on? I thought about just to make sure that
Relax,
going
please.
Somebody better open these goddamn doors. Somebody better open these goddamn doors.
are powerless. We are powerless. We are powerless. We are powerless.
They're throwing bottles in the streets. People looting your shit and sending. They want to see a robbery. You gotta keep moving.
Nah, man, I can't leave. We gotta guard the store. I got a baseball bat on a rack in the back.
I got a couple of my kiddos. We keep distracted vandals.
Hey, yo, I see some thugs coming and we're gonna get jacked up.
You're right. I'll be right back.
Back up, back up. Look at the fireworks. Light up the night sky. Look at the fireworks. Light up the night sky. It's late and this grade won't come down, come down. It's late and this grade won't come down. We are powerless. We are powerless. We are powerless. We are powerless. Powerless. Look at the fireworks.
Well, are you alright?
Light up the night sky. Stars are out tonight. Look at the fireworks.
You're not alone tonight.
Light up the night sky.
You're not alone tonight.
Usnavi, please promise me you'll guard this with your life.
Well, I've never seen this much money in my life.
Nina, there you are.
I've gotta go.
I'll get you out of here tonight.
I don't need anything tonight. I can find my way home without you. Without you.
Look at the fireworks. Look at the fireworks. Light up the night sky in Washington. Look at the fireworks. Look at the fireworks. Light up the night sky in Washington Heights.
Hi, I'm Onielis Ortiz, and I will be performing Pretty Funny from the musical Dogfight. And I will be proudly representing, for the last time, Troop 8748. Close the window, draw the curtain. Hide the bright light of the moon. Hang the dresses, ugly dresses. No one likes maroon. Wipe off all that stupid lipstick. Return the earrings to their case. Makeup won't make any difference. It's still the same old face. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny you believed that it was real? Pretty funny. All disasters have an upside. You can find one if you tried. You went dancing, you were dancing. You were dancing with a guy. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Aren't you funny? Pathetically naive and desperate to believe you can always find some good. Well, you misunderstood, for you've been dreaming. 'Cause people are just cruel. Shut the light off, turn the bed down. No more crying, don't you dare. You'll wake up sometime tomorrow and forget to even care. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? For a moment, he convinced me I could be pretty funny.
I know. Okay. Hi, my name is David Correa. I graduated in 2022. In 2022, I was cast as Warner in our 4th musical, Legally Blonde. This was the 2nd musical featuring the musical theater class. It was a great experience for me and one that I keep dear to my heart to this day. I always talk about it in my college classes. It kickstarted my passion for musical theater, which I'm currently pursuing at Rollins College. I am excited to see friends reimagining the characters that we played and new faces highlighting them in the spotlight. I do want to mention one thing. I'm extremely proud of the people that I do know in this class, in this program, and even for the people that I don't know personally. There's so much growth. I was here the very first year that the school opened, and I'm very excited. I've been excited all night. So now I'm proud to present the musical theater actors reenacting the number from Legally Blonde, Harvard Variations.
My name is Emmett Forrest, class of 09 represent, and welcome to the hallowed halls of Harvard Law. How about we go around and say something about ourselves?
Aaron Schultz, I won a Fulbright and a Rhodes. I write financial software code, but that's a challenge I've outgrown. How many yachts can one man own? Some say that I'm a pompous creep. Somehow I don't lose that much sleep. Why bother with false modesty? Harvard's the perfect place for me.
Pretty impressive, good to know. Welcome to Harvard.
What's up? Yo. Sebastian de la Cruz, but you can call me Your Majesty. In my country, my word was law, but then I flee because of stupid coup d'etat. But here I learn, I make new friends, and soon return in bulletproof Mercedes-Benz.
Pretty impressive, good to know. Welcome to Harvard.
I did the Peace Corps overseas, inoculating refugees and friendly clinics that I built myself from button trees. I bought the thing up there with take the very picture, but I protest smart to get it such a different.
Pretty impressive, good to.
It's so fatigue chic. How psyched are we? Snaps to our first day at Harvard Law. Okay. I'm Al Woods, and this is Bruiser Woods. Eden. Oh my God, we both have names that start with E. Oh my God, we're like practically twins.
We're just going around and sharing a bit about ourselves. How about you pitch in?
Me? Well, I'm a Gemini with a double Capricorn moon. I graduated with my bachelor's degree from UCLA, where I was voted Ig's Deep Sweetheart, president of the Delta Nu sorority, and founded the charity Shop for a Cause.
Huh.
Oh, and just last week at Fred Siegel, I talked Beyonce out of buying a truly heinous cable knit tube top. Whoever said tangerine is the new pink is seriously disturbed.
I did not know that.
Can any of you tell me where I can find Criminal Law 101 with Professor Callahan and Walter Huntington III?
Oh, well, we're just headed there right now. I'm sure somebody would be happy to show. It's over there, on the left. Hauser.
Thanks.
Yeah, but, I don't think dogs are allowed in class.
Bruiser's not a dog. Bruiser's family. I'll just leave him in my room. He'd be happier there anyway.
Yeah.
Bruiser loves Glee.
Huh.
I'll see you later then.
Harvard's the perfect place for me. Harvard's the perfect place for.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through.
Harvard's the perfect place for me. Pretty impressive, good to know. Welcome to Harvard.
Oh my God, Warner! I totally forgot you go here.
Hi, I'm Onielys Ortiz.
Sienna Torres.
And Jaden Bass.
And we will be doing the I Love You song from the 25th Annual Spelling Bee.
Music and lyrics by William Finn. This piece is asterisked for violence and religious commentary. If that may make anyone in the room feel uncomfortable, please take this moment to step out.
And we proudly represent,
For the last time,
Troop 874. Eight.
Miss Ostrovsky, chimerical.
May I have a definition?
It means unreal, visionary, imaginary, wildly fanciful.
If I go to Washington with 'Cause if I go to Washington, who will be my chaperone?
We always knew you were a winner. We saw it when you smiled. Start from the beginning when you were a beginner. You were the perfect child. And we always knew you were a champion. Your sadness filled our room. And dear, if you should feel my gloom, blame it on me, blame it on your daddling memory, 'cause depression runs in our family. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. I love everything about you, dear. And maybe it's true. I love you.
I love you. I love you. I love everything about you, dear.
And maybe it's true.
Maybe it's true. I love you.
I wrote you a letter, how I found the spelling bee such fun. Mama, 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 but you didn't react. And you never asked me if I'd join you in the Bombay sun. Mama, 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 I'd quietly packed. When are you returning? I know we agreed. Tell me what you're learning. Ma, I have, oh God, this need. I think Dad is angry, Ma, and I do not know what to do. Mama, 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 Shanti, Shanti, and I think he takes out on me what he wants to take out on you. Mama, 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 how I wish you were home. How I wish you were home. How I wish you were, wish you were.
We always knew you were a winner.
Wish you were home.
My baby booty.
How I wish you were home.
God, we loved the way you grew
How I wish you were.
since you were born.
Olive, we couldn't be prouder.
Please let me say it one time louder. I love you. I love you. I love everything about you, baby.
And maybe it's true.
Maybe it's true. I love you. I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I love everything about you, baby.
And maybe it's true.
Maybe it's true. I love.
Chimerical. Chimerical. Highly unrealistic, wildly fanciful.
That is correct. I love
Hello, my name is Ariana Gonzalez.
And Brianne Fleming.
And we will be performing a duet scene from The Children's Hour, written by Lillian Hellman. This piece is asterisked for adult language, prejudice, and violence. If any of these topics make you uncomfortable, please leave the room now. Thank you.
And we proudly represent, for the last time, Troop 874. 8. It gets so dark early now. Cooking always makes me feel better. I found some purple scilla. Remember? They were the first things that we planted here. And I'm making a small cake. Know what? I found a bottle of wine. We'll have a good dinner. Where's Joe?
Gone.
A patient? Will he be back in time for dinner?
No.
We'll wait dinner for him then. Karen, what's the matter?
He won't be back.
You mean he won't be back at all anymore tonight?
He won't be back at all.
What happened? Karen, what happened?
He thought that we had been lovers.
I don't believe you. I don't believe it. What kind of awful talk is that? I don't believe you. I don't believe it.
All right, all right.
Didn't you tell him? For God's sake, didn't you tell him that it wasn't true?
Yes.
He didn't believe you.
I guess he believed me.
Then what have you done? It's all wrong. It's crazy. You guessed that he believed you? Where there's no guessing about it. Why
I don't want to ever talk about it, Martha.
Oh, God. I wanted that for you so much.
Please don't carry on. I don't feel well.
What's happened to us? What's really happened to us?
I don't know. I think I'll just make a cup of tea and go to bed now.
Whatever happened to Joe, go back to him. It's too much for you this way.
Just stop talking about it. Let's pack and get out of here. Let's take the train in the morning.
A train to where?
I don't know, someplace, any place.
A job, money.
In a big place, we could get something to do.
They know about us. We've been in the headlines. We're very famous.
A small town then.
They know more about us, I guess.
We'll find a place to go.
I don't think we will. Not really. And I feel as if I couldn't move. And besides, what would be the point? It seems to me I'll be sitting the rest of my life wondering what went wrong. It's a bad night tonight, but we might as well get used to it. They'll all be like this.
But it isn't a new sin that they tell us we've done. Other people aren't destroyed by it.
They are the people who believe in it, who want it, who have chosen it for themselves. We're not like that. We don't love each other. We don't love each other. Sure, I love you like a friend, the way thousands of women feel about other women.
I'm cold.
You were a dear friend who was loved, that's all. Certainly there's nothing wrong with that. Of course I should be fond of you. Why? We've known each other since we were 17 and I always thought.
Why are you saying all of this?
Because I love you.
Yes, of course. I love you too.
But maybe I love you that way. The way they said I loved you. I don't know. Listen to me.
What?
I have loved you the way they said.
Martha, we're both so tired. Please don't.
There's always been something wrong. Always. As long as I can remember. But I never knew until any of this happened.
Stop that crazy talk.
You're afraid of hearing it. I'm more afraid than you.
I won't listen to you.
You've got to know it. I've been feeling guilty.
You are guilty of nothing.
Ever since we heard the child say it that night, I lie in bed night after night, praying that it isn't true. But I know about it now. It's there. I don't know how. I don't know why. I resented your marriage, maybe because I wanted you. Maybe I wanted you after all of these years. I couldn't call it by name, but maybe it's been there ever since I first met you.
It's not the truth. Not a word of it. We never thought of each other that way.
No, of course you didn't. But who says I didn't? I've never felt that way about anybody but you. I've never loved a man. I never knew why before. Maybe it's that.
You are tired and sick.
It's funny. It's all mixed up. There's something in you and you don't do anything about it because you don't know what's there. Suddenly, a little girl gets bored and tells a lie. And there, for the first time that night,
You see it and you think, did she see it? Did she sense it?
What are you saying? You know it could have been any lie. She was looking for anything.
Yes, but why this one? She found a lie with an ounce of truth. I guess they always do. I've ruined your life and I've ruined my own. I swear I didn't know it. I swear I didn't mean it. Oh God, I feel so goddamn sick and dirty. I can't stand it anymore.
All of this isn't true. We don't have to remember it ever happened, okay? Tomorrow we'll pick ourselves up and...
I don't want tomorrow. It's a bad word.
Go and lie down, Martha. In a few minutes, I'll make some tea and I'll bring it to you. You'll feel better.
Don't bring me any tea. Good night, darling. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Hi guys. All right, so before we introduce the next group, I would like to recognize someone very dear to me. Back in 2021, my senior year, I had the joy of being able to play a part in A Midsummer's Night's Dream. Funny enough, I was in the very song that this group right here is about to perform. Now, 2023, over 2 years later, also in her senior year, my own sister, Chloe Moore, is reprising my role as the wall. Woohoo! I am so happy that we can share this character together. I am so proud of how hard she has come as an actress in this program. And most of all, I am proud that I have served as her source of inspiration to begin her theater journey. With all that out of the way, time to introduce the next performance.
Hi, my name is Zach.
And my name is Ashlyn. I graduated in 2021 and 2022 for this guy.
In 2021, we were cast as the Mechanicals in our third musical, A Midsummer Night's Dream.
This was our first musical in the COVID era, and it was an original jukebox rom-com based off the play by Shakespeare, reimagined entirely by our very own Mrs. Phillips.
Missy P.
Yeah, Missy P, yes.
And now, we'd like to present the musical theater singers in Don't Stop Believing from the show Glee, featuring Alara Perez and Jaden Bass.
And farewell, friends. Thus this be ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
Hey, the wall too. No! I assure you, the wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
in a smoky room.
Wine and cheap perfume.
For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill.
Paying anything to roll the dice just one more time.
Some will win, some will lose.
Some are born to sing the blues, and though the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop.
Hello? All right, there we go. Hi, my name is Andrew Rosario. I'll be performing two contrasting monologues. One from Where We Sit in the Bus by Brian Carjada, and another one from The Romancers by Edmond Rostand. Asterisk for Frank Talks of Death? Yeah, that's what it is. If you may be offended by this, you may leave the room now. Thank you. And I proudly represent, for the last time, Troop 8, 7, 4, 8. I take my place center stage. Everyone goes quiet. I look in the dark crowd of thousands and I spot my parents in the front row. They came. They actually came. I look at my parents. Suddenly, they stand up. In the crowd along with them, I see both my abuelos, Manuel, Ezekiel, are there. My grandmothers are over there. Ome Carjada is here. I quickly realized that the entire audience is made up of my ancestors. They're all staring at me. My father hangs his head in shame. My mother begins to cry hard. My father puts his arm on my mother and takes her away. As they begin to leave, my ancestors also begin to leave as well. Let me have your blessing. Give me a chance. But no one turns back. Father, I adore this old corner. I adore the bench over with the vines of the wall so gracefully draped themselves. See what airs picks these festoons make. But the air's pure here. I love it. Looking through the vines, looking for the crannies, kissed by the summer sun. Ah, what eyes of soft azure yet dazzling blue. Looking through the air, kissed by the summer sun. And a single kiss. Thank you.
Hear me? Oh, there we go. Okay. Before I talk and we start the finale, I have one officer. I thought I had two. One officer here to say something.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jaden Bass. I'm just the treasurer. I don't know why they have me doing this of all people. But you'll find that out in just a second. So we have something a little special for someone out here today who has done a whole lot for us. Someone who I've had the honor of knowing and who I've never had anything but positive interactions with. This person has been very good to us as a program, and he's done more than I can say. And we have something special for him. Am I allowed to?
Yes, go. So starting last year, we started the All-Star Alumni Award with Jorge Rayo as our first recipient. This year, we have chosen
someone who I've had the honor of reprising his role, Zachary Piccinelli.
I did this for you too. Do you want to say something? You don't have to.
I don't have many words. I don't have words.
They all can't hear you.
I don't have words.
Okay. Thank you, Zach. Okay. So now, on to the finale, which you all have probably been waiting for. Hello, everyone. My name is Samantha Phillips, also known as Miss Perez, and I am the performance director here at Topekalaga High School. On my first day here at Toho, I remember walking onto this very stage, looking around an empty auditorium, excited to be able to work in this space. My goal has always been to highlight the talents of all students in our program. I always wanted to let students know that they can achieve anything they put their mind to. I personally feel I have achieved that goal every year. I have watched as students who struggle to hold a note have received lead roles in our musical. Students who believe they have two left feet have learned a 5-minute dance and done it with confidence. Students who, who did not want to stand in front of their class of 25 are now taking center stage at shows like tonight. I have been honored to watch our students grow and achieve so much in only the short 4 years, going on 5. The seniors this year are the biggest group of seniors I have ever worked with. We have struggled with choreographing with masks, recording plays through Zoom, and building a program up from the very bottom. Every year I'm in tears when I see the seniors graduate, and every year it gets harder to say goodbye. Sorry. This year will probably be the hardest goodbye I have ever had to make. But I know that your kids are ready to make their mark on the world. I'm sorry. Okay, and that they'll always be able to come back home and they'll be received with open arms. This stage is their home, and it will always have a spot for them. So now, without further ado, I would like to proudly present the students of our musical theater department performing from now on from The Greatest Showman, featuring Audio Gonzalez.
Saw the sun begin to dim and felt that winter wind blow cold. A man learns who is there for him when the glitter fades and the walls won't hold. 'Cause from them rubble what remains can only be what's true. If all was lost, there's more I gained, 'cause it led me back to you. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow, it starts tonight. Tonight, let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on. I drink champagne with kings and queens. The politicians praise my name. But those are someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became. For years and years, I chased their cheers, the crazy speed of always needing more. But when I stop and see you here, I remember who all this was for. And from now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow, it starts tonight. It starts tonight. And let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, from now on, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, come back home, home again. And we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow, it starts tonight. It starts tonight.
and nothing promising me start. Lying and humming my heart from now on. From now on. From now on. And we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, from now on, home again. From now on, from now on, home again.
Tell them to come out too.
Can I get a light on the stage?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Go ahead and take your bow, guys. Go ahead and take your bow. This was your turn. This was your moment, and we didn't practice bows, sorry. But go ahead and take a bow all together. I said, there you go. Okay, and now can we give it up? Okay. No? Are we good? Okay, so now can we give it up to the seniors and their senior year, please? Now you guys can bow. Thank you guys so much for coming. We will leave the lights on. We will let you take pictures for a good 15 minutes. But thank you guys. Your support means a lot to everyone here. Thank you so much.